President, please. One of the things I truly appreciate about the ULP's record of achievement is that it can stand up to scrutiny. So, when I'm talking about the years in government, whether it's on education, housing, infrastructure development, airport development, seaport development, what have you, I can speak proudly of what the ULP has done. Now, that doesn't go for everybody. And so, some parties, without such a stellar record, engage in what is called revisionist history, something that the NDP was really good at while in opposition. They spoke glowingly of the good old days of the NDP, where there were surpluses, and how much of what happened under the ULP was as a result of what was started under the NDP. That's just flat out wrong. So, for example, one of the things that they claim is that they were the ones who started the AIA because under the NDP there was a feasibility study done on airport development. Now, how does a study equate to starting the AIA when you and I both know that they never supported the AIA? They never voted for any funding for it. They never supported it. They never spoke glowingly of it. And as a matter of fact, when we tried to open it, they wrote to try and block the opening. Keep that in mind. That's the NDP. So now recently, over the weekend when we had National Heroes Day, the Minister of National Heritage sought to engage in revisionist history again. Because according to her, this headline showed up that says, the SVG government remains committed to reparations for indigenous peoples. What do you mean remains? When you say remains, it suggests that it was something that you always supported, that you supported while you were in opposition. But that's not true. Because if we go to a headline from the period when the motion was being discussed in Parliament, this is the headline you would see. And I'll read it for you. Opposition abstains as Parliament passes reparation motion. Now, back then, Jomo Thomas, who was a senator with the ULP, brought the motion to Parliament and they abstained. They did not support it. And why? Because there was a paragraph in it that mentioned Dr. Gonzalez and congratulated him for his leadership in the issue of reparations, not just locally, but in the region. They didn't like it, and so they abstained. They didn't support it. They didn't vote on it. So how now are you going to tell me that you remain? You can't remain committed to something that you never supported in the first place. But I guess she's of Garifuna descent. She's Minister of Heritage, and she's trying to claim some sort of kinship with a successful and brilliant policy of the previous government, claiming that they would remain committed. Listen, you're not going to revise history and me sit down and say nothing. I will call you out on your lies every single time. And you, the listeners, the viewers, should too. Until tomorrow, class dismissed.